Hi, everyone. So I'm fat and I don't like it. And you shouldn't too. That's what we will be talking about in today's video. Welcome back to another podcast episode. I'm Nate. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing and watch the video all the way up until the end. And if you liked it, please click that like button and share it with all your friends. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about weight gain. Now, I know I've always been insecure about my body ever since I was a child. At first, I felt like I was too skinny, and then I put on a little bit of weight. I felt like I was too skinny. I needed to add some fat and muscle to my body. And even then, back when I was 16, 17, I think 16, 17, 18 years old, I was, building muscle. I think now that I look back, I actually had a really good looking body. I still felt insecure. There were other people bigger than me, and there are people who had uh, broader shoulders and bigger this and more shapely that. And I know those guys who go to the gym. You know what I'm talking about. We always used to compare, and so this type of insecurity exists in many men today. But yeah, for a long time in my teen to early 20s, I was actually rather well built, I believe. I wasn't skinny. I wasn't too fat. I wasn't too muscular at some point in time as well. I felt like my body was just right, just okay. If you can believe that, if you can ever achieve such a feat. But I thought I had the perfect body at some point in time. I think when I started university, I was working a lot more, I was studying a lot more, and going to the gym was quite tough. But I managed to go even then for a while, and I managed to keep the weight off. One thing I'm thinking about now, I remember talking to older people at my church or in my community who were like fat at the time, and I remember them always saying, "Oh, I used to run track and field, and I used to do the 100 meters, and I used to do that." And then I looked at them, and I was like, "No, no, no, you didn't. Stop lying." Like I could never believe that. But yeah, I used to do quite a few things. I used to be able to do quite a few of those things, and yeah, I'm teaching kids, and I'm telling them now that I could run 100 meters, long distance, and so on. I used to play this sport and that sport, and they don't believe me. And and I feel so sorry for those old folk that I used to speak to now, because I know what it feels like when kids don't believe you when you tell them you used to be really fit, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, I was okay. My weight was okay. I know I was kind of fine with myself. I wasn't uh, totally content with the way I looked, which is why I probably still went back regularly to the gym. And then I got married, and so that's kind of where everything changed for me. Well, I actually think the real real reason was not because I got married. I think the real reason was I started to work. I felt like I didn't have time for going to the gym, going and doing the exercise, and also balancing my new responsibility as a husband, um, and also as a working man. And so yeah, I just remember I'm just thinking now. I just completely stopped going to the gym for a long while, and then I started to notice that, whew, man, you getting some handles on the side. And your flexibility and your lung capacity has changed quite drastically. I didn't like it, and so I started doing some type of cardio. Um, My wife kind of felt the same thing. And we decided, I think it was like 2, 3 years into our marriage, we decided, no, we're gonna, 3, 4 years maybe even. Um, we decided that we're gonna go back to the gym, and this time was a CrossFit. We actually enjoyed it. And we woke up early in the morning, woke up at 4 to leave for the gym at 4:30, and we started our training at 5. From 5 to 6, we worked out, and because we were fairly close to the gym, we got back home at 6:10 ish, 6:10, 6:15. Took us about 10 minutes to get home. And that kind of worked for a while until we left for China, or like a couple of months before we left for China. And yeah, before I came to China, I was still under 100 kilos. Can you believe that I'm now over 100 kilos? And I don't like it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Now, I'm going to get into all the health issues that you could face as an obese or overweight person. But there are just simple things that are a lot more difficult now. Bending over to tie your shoelaces. My goodness, that can be troublesome sometimes, right? Lifting up your leg high enough to climb on top of some type of higher structure. That is difficult, right? You're not as flexible anymore. You can't bend anyway, and any way you want to. It's difficult being fat, and I absolutely hate it. Aside from all the mobility things, I noticed that I got sick, I think, more often now. I feel like I was one of those people who would like never get sick, probably get sick like once a year. I had to start thinking about my appearance more, how to dress. Oh, and the other thing that's so difficult is just like finding clothes. In China, everyone is skinny. And when I say everyone, I mean like 90s odd percent of the population here. They are they're not obese, they're not overweight. And so you can only not only you can mostly find I can't just walk right now, I can't just walk into a store in China and buy me a pair of pants. I have to shop online because in China they don't have plus size just clothing or stores just set up out in the street or in a building somewhere. You have to buy online. It's terrible. I hate it. Hate that I have to do that. And then the wrong size comes and then you have to return it. It's just a headache. Shopping for clothing. The fact that I feel more sluggish now and tired all the time needing to take a break and rest. Whereas I like when I was younger and a lot lighter than this, I never needed to sleep in the middle of the day. I felt like sleeping in the middle of the day was a hindrance. But now, ooh, if I can take a nap, oh, it would be glorious. It's the best thing ever. Oh, and the judgment you get, especially here in China. I know in other countries it's different, but the judgments you can get just because you're fat. Sometimes just it's like a knife to the heart. They will tell you, "Oh, you so fat." I remember going to the doctor last year for the first time, and those who know me, like my wife will tell you, I don't go to the doctor. I ever no, I hate going to the doctor. I hate the smell of a hospital, which should probably be a motivator because that's where I'm going to be going to if I'm going to keep living this lifestyle. But anyway, went to the hospital. I had like this long cough or something. I don't know the terms because I'm not a doctor and I don't really care much for those things. So yeah, I had this little cough that didn't want to go away, and it was kind of annoying because I had to teach, and it would always get in the way of me trying to speak because every time I said a few words and then I would cough. So I decided I want to go to the doctor, and yeah, a doctor straight up just looked at me and it was like, "Yeah, you're so fat." And I was like, "Yeah." I'm I am sorry about that, but I'm not here for that. I'm here because I have a cough. Yeah, but you need to lose weight, okay? He tells me. I didn't know how to feel about that, but yeah, I just laughed, and it's not nice hearing these words because I know I am fat. It's not nice being fat. Anyway, um, these are just some of the struggles that I face as an obese, overweight person. I really don't like it. And you should never, if you are finding yourself at a spot, there are different pains that you can accept. Accept the pain of staying healthy and exercising and working out. In fact, at some point I really enjoyed doing that. Right now, it's going to be really painful to start working out. Right. Or accept the pain of suffering with all these illnesses and diseases that might come because you are fat, all the struggles that you may face in life because you are fat. You have to choose your pain. Now, I want to quickly just talk about some of the issues that you can face as an obese person. I am really blessed, and I thank God that I have not experienced some of these severe things that you can go through. But some of the side effects of being overweight and obese are the following. So some of the health risks include um, an increased risk of having a heart attack, an increased risk of getting type 2 diabetes, an increased risk of getting certain cancers like colon cancer and some others as well, an increased risk of getting a stroke just because you're fat. That means you're going to get not you're going to get any of these, but there's a higher chance of you suffering from these health conditions. So again, impact on quality of life. It can affect your mobility, your flexibility, and overall energy levels. I felt that as well, and it can lead to difficulties in performing your daily tasks as you should, just because you're fat. Because you're fat, you need medications and checkups and all of these things. So it could have possible implications for economic implications as well. Yeah, and so these are just some of the things that you can face, that some of the challenges that you can face as an overweight, obese, fat person. I shouldn't say fat so much, but I'm sorry, I'm fat and I don't like it. And you shouldn't too. I'll say it again, maybe later in the video. So, I am challenging myself to lose weight. One of the biggest things that I worry about is my family and being there for them. I have a young child and I need to keep up with him. He's getting older and his energy levels are sky high and he needs his daddy. And so I need to be there for him. I need to um, make the sacrifice of losing or of working out or doing whatever I need to in order to get my health, my weight under control. So I challenge myself to lose a lot of weight, but I don't know how much weight. I can't really say. I don't want to set a specific goal here, but all I know is that every month I want to see a difference, whether it be 1 kilogram, 2 kilograms, whether it be whatever. As long as I'm losing the weight, that should be enough for me. And I want to lose the weight because I want to gain back my mobility. I want to gain back my energy and even the mental clarity that I used to have. I don't have that anymore, and I want to gain that back as well. So, yeah, this is what I will do. I'm not saying you should do this too. First of all, this video does not contain any medical advice. Please consult your doctor for any advice, for anything related to your health. Thank you. I need to add that disclaimer there. So what I will do is I will eat healthier. I will exercise more, 15 to 30 minutes a day, whether it just be light walking, squatting, whatever the case might be. And just make sure that I get proper nutrition and basically that there's variety in my diet. I'm doing this because I would like to be a more useful person. Anyway, I'm going to react to a few videos now from the internet that my wife got for me. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. All right, who's this guy?
You need to stop normalizing being overweight and out of shape. Call it what you want. Dad bod, being chubby, having love handles. fact of the matter is, as you pass through your 30s, these problems are only going to get worse.
Yeah.
And the health risks associated with this are going to impact you further down the line. It's time to take control of this right now and put an end to it so you can have a healthier, happier, better, and stronger life in the future.
Yeah. I firmly believe that you're gonna definitely be happy. First of all, my wife is watching this guy. This is the type of videos that she's watching. I'm concerned. So this is why I need to lose weight. And then secondly, you're gonna be healthier, you're gonna be happier if you lose the weight. I feel like I was a lot uh more joyous. Well, I'm actually I'm quite happy right now, but I think I could be more healthy and I'll I could be happier than I am now, and I could be healthier than I am right now. So, yeah,
How gaining weight affects your body.
yeah, of
You'll experience some changes, even where you don't expect.
course,
The weight you can see is only half the story. You also gain weight inside your body around your organs.
yeah, that's right. Inside your body, around your organs. I've never heard of fatty liver before until I came to China and they did a scan on my like in the insides of my body. I have that, and it's crazy to think that we're walking around with all of this weight. It's not only on the outside, but it's also on the inside. So, yeah, that's scary.
This fat, called visceral fat, gets in the way of metabolism hormones.
Mm.
The result is a terrible cycle where you end up digesting food slower, which makes you gain weight faster. Fat also makes the body more resistant to insulin.
Or type
This can
that would mean
increase
you
your
can get
risk
type
of
2
type 2
diabetes.
diabetes.
Uh,
The larger your body is, the higher your blood pressure will be, since
True.
your heart needs to pump harder to circulate blood.
Mhm.
This also increases the risk of stroke. But even visible
I can't tell you how many times I felt like, whoo, there's something feels a little off inside the chest. So this is so true. I this is just a testimony of my life here.
fat can be dangerous. If you have fat stored around your neck, it can compress your airway. This
Yeah.
makes breathing difficult and may lead to sleep apnea. Sleep apnea
I have to sleep a certain way as well, which is yeah. I can't sleep in the multiple, angles that I used to when I was younger and more flexible. But now I have to only sleep in a certain way. I hate it. Yeah.
is a disorder that can lead to a greater risk of high blood pressure, heart problems, type 2 diabetes, and even death. Carrying extra weight also compresses joints, increasing the risk for osteoarthritis.
Yeah.
Losing just 5% of your body weight can lower risks like heart disease. You can get there by making fruits and vegetables half your diet and limiting yourself to lean proteins. Tip the scales
take
on
out the
obesity
meat
now
entirely.
before the damage is done.
Yeah. Very interesting video. I feel that part about the joints. Yeah, I feel that. Not so much around my knees, but my ankles. Ooh, ooh. Sound like an old person now. But yeah, my ankles, they're killing me sometimes. Okay, I think this is a more positive video. So here we go.
Want to see what 10 pounds of fat looks like?
Mhm.
Here you go. So
Yeah,
if you want to
that's
lose
about
5 kilos,
kilos.
this is what you're going to be taking
Mhm.
off of your body. It's pretty cool when you look at it like this, isn't it? And I wanted to
Mhm.
share a fun fact with you. For every pound of weight that you lose, you take off about 3 pounds of pressure from your knees. If you lose 10 pounds, you're essentially taking 30
For me, my
pounds of
ankles.
pressure off of your knees. That's pretty
Ankles.
exciting when you look at it that way. And 10 pounds isn't that hard to do. Different exercises that you can do to burn fat
Tell me.
include exercising at a low intensity, so going for a walk. Strength training is the number one most important thing you can do for fat loss. You'll be building muscle and your body will burn more fat at rest. And then lastly, just finding a nutritional diet that works for you. So I always call that the trifecta: cardio, weightlifting, and proper nutrition.
There you go. There you go. Cardio, weightlifting, proper nutrition. I don't know about the weightlifting, but just the exercise. Getting in proper exercise and eating well. Anyway, that's what I will be doing. Let's see how it works, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you did not enjoy this video, the dislike button is also there. Press that one, but it's that YouTube just decided that that doesn't matter anymore. But I'll be able to see it, so do that. And then, if you liked it, you might as well just share it with your friends. Okay, so do that as well. I just hope no one is offended by my video today, but we have to say things as they are, and that's what I hope I've done today. Again, don't listen to me. I'm no expert. I'm just going to do what I think is best for me. You should do too. Please consult your doctor and so on. Um, Obviously, I'm not nutritional or uh, specialist in the area of health. Okay. If you agree or disagree with anything that was said here today in this video, please leave a comment below. Let me know. Tell me, right? If you want to encourage me on my weight loss journey, please also do that in the comments below. That's it for today's video. And God bless and take care.